Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's xiānshēng from itsmontez.com. I hope you all are having a perfect day today. On this upload, we're going to kind of be going into a third series. This is a little bit more in depth. I know you were looking on there and you read the description and you kind of got in depth with it. And I was like, you're reading into the description box. And I said, I wasn't sure if Miss iStream Records, Miss Katrina Moore was going to be here, but I've got a special treat for you all. If you all don't know, on this channel, all I'm trying to do is give you advice. All I'm trying to do is take you to the next level. All I'm trying to do is bring you some information that's going to take you and place you at another level that you weren't. We are live, so if you're talking to me in the chat room, I'm going to definitely make sure to share the conversation with the people that we have on the show today. Again, ladies and gentlemen, sharing is caring, and I need you to share this clip. If you've read the title, you pretty much know what's going down. We're talking about promotion, and we're getting in depth with the people that we're having on the show today. Without further ado, Mr. 5th, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing quite well. You want to introduce to us who you brought on today?
Yes. Today we have Miss Katrina Moore, the official CEO of iStream Records and AUMA Radio, which she provides a vast a streaming service network for independent artists that don't have budgets and does not have record deals. And there's a litany of things that we're going to get into today that she's going to talk about to kind of demystify what she does, and what we do in conjunction together when it comes to helping independent artists in the music industry from a low budget standpoint.
Now,
and
Mr. Mr. 5th, I know she don't have Miss 5th with you today. Is she going to be able to come in today?
It's a good possibility. She's just in the other room. So she's not far away. She's like about 10 feet away. If I yell loud enough, she'll be on here.
She'll be on the scene. She'll be on the scene. So it's really nice. It's really nice that you come on today, and definitely that you brought Miss Katrina Moore. Miss Katrina Moore, I'm not going to take up any more time. Mr. 5th's not going to take any more time. Thank you for being on the show. I know you don't feel very well today, so I mean, it's really awesome. Awesome that you still come on, even through the issues that you're dealing with, not feeling the best and everything. It's awesome that you're on today.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about iStream Records. Tell us a little bit
about,
please.
Okay. Okay, iStream Records, the new wave record label for independent artists. So we set a platform for artists to be seen. And so we're not the traditional record label that when you sign to us, you're signed exclusive to iStream Records. We'll give you the support of a team and a label. So we're a project-based label. So when you come on and you decide to do one project with us, either an EPK, a single, EPK, album, mixtape, could we also do distribution for DJs as well. So once you come on as one of those projects, then we just take you, we take you from the beginning to the end. You know what I'm saying? And so most artists don't have the support of the team. They don't know about registering the music, copywriting, encoding the music, encoding your video so it can be tracked and be played. So that's what iStream label do. They give you the beginning to the end on how to effectively produce and manage a project for artists. So once we finish with you, then you're able to go on, by yourself. We also have there's 4 ways that you can come in. You come in as if you through a showcase. We go to a showcase, we see you, we like you. Then it's like, yeah, we want to work with you. Then that way, or you may be a manager or label and you need help with your artist. You come to us like, yo, we've been doing this for 4 years. We feel like we stuck. How can we go to the next level? Then we'll do an artist survey on you. We survey you as an artist, see what your potential needs at, and we focus on those needs, and that is. We don't like to give you service that you already done. There's no need for me to tell you like, oh, well, you need to get an EPK or bio, get pictures, and you already got that. You know what I'm saying? So we do a survey to see what is your greatest need, and then we stick to those needs, and we just help the artist. So we call ourselves the new wave record label because the new wave is streaming. You know what I'm saying? It's not about getting a 360 deal. It's not about getting signed. We try to tell artists to focus on being independent, build a team up, find a manager, get a road manager, get a DJ, get a PR person. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody going to do blog for you. and build your own team and keep the money in-house. It's cheaper that way. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got the idea of, I would need a team. The only great thing, the only good thing a label is having a team. The label already have a team in place. So everybody on that label is in place to take that one artist and maximize him to the exposure, give him the exposure that he needs. So why not build your own team from the ground up and, keep everything in-house? So some people don't have the mindset. So here at iStream Records, that's what we do. We help them and get them support of a team. And if you want to get signed, we get you notable, get you buzzing, get you streaming for you get noticed to get either a distribution deal, 360 deal, or whatever deal that you're looking for.
Pow, 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 pow. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said in the description, you had better lock your wigs back. We're going to definitely get down into the nitty-gritty. I've been really looking for something like this. Again, we are live. Got any questions, put it in the chat box. What I want to do is I want to pick back up with Mr.5th. And I want to include you, Miss Katrina Moore. We were talking about promotion and the importance of knowing the difference between promotion and distribution. And it was a very, very, very in-depth topic that we were talking about. And then on the second half, we'll definitely get in further into some of the services that you provide, you and Mr.5th, and conjoining with each other what you all provide. But I actually want to get your take on distribution and promotion. I really would love to hear you go in depth about the difference in between the two of them, because I think that in the artist world, and Mr.5th, if go ahead and interject any time, I think that people get that confused. What do you think before she gives the answer? What do you think?
Me or Mr.5th?
Mr.5th, what do you think about the artist getting it? Why do you want to hear from her the difference?
Well, I think Katrina, by her being on here today, is a good catalyst because she does have a record company and we do work together, and it's a good thing because I'm a street promoter, record breaking DJ. I also do distribution with Vertigo that solicit the music to DJ. So I'm real heavy on the promotion side. That being said, Katrina is on the distribution side. She's on the promotion side too, but her catalyst is the distribution side where they actually gets that product on that platform, which we talked about for the past two segments. By your record, your project being on that platform, where does it go from here? Who are the people you need to get with, and what do you need to do from that point, and how you make that happen, and who are the people, and how you kind of dig into that. Well, Katrina Moore at iStream Records is one of those people that can actually make that happen. There's 120 sites, and she'll kind of get into that in a little bit. There's 120 sites that we promote worldwide, and that ranges from streaming and download buying sites for that particular artist, for that particular project. Now, this is after it's, that everything's already set up. Then we go into a form of a digital online promotion, and then we go into the street team promotion. So without one, you can't have the other. So in this case, you have, with me and her, you have a DJ that's with Vertigo Music Distribution that also helps the artist distribute their music to the DJs first and foremost. Then you have Katrina Moore with iStream Records that actually sets the stage and sets the platform for the product to get to the general public for purchase and for streaming purposes. So you have those three layers that surveys best for the artist, so it can get out not only to the DJs, but to the general public. And I'm not just saying localized public, national public, we're talking international public, because Vertigo also is international as well. So that being said, I think a lot of artists really can take advantage of what we're talking about today. And we'll, in between this, we'll put our social media information out. I'll do mine real quick. It's Mr.5th the DJ on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. iStream Records is the same. You can go. You can look up Katrina Moore on Facebook. You can look up iStream on Instagram. You can look up iStream or AUMA Radio on Twitter, and you can get in contact with us, and we can be more on the one-on-one basis. But what we're doing now is joining forces to make that one-stop shop a whole lot easier, because now you're not just dealing with a DJ that's doing the promotion. You're also dealing with a DJ that's working with a streaming record label that also does promotion. It expands the promotion not only just digitally, but also in the streets, block parties, clubs, flyer solicitation, flash performance promotion events, and the list goes on and on. And right now we're in the process of building some shows that's going to be going on through the course of this year in 2018. That's all going to encompass the same things we talked about. So every time we do a show, we kind of let artists know about the streaming promotion that they can be on. And we let them know about the street promotion that they can be on. Not only just the flyer solicitation, the posters and all that. We let them know about the distribution that can go on along with the DJs, et cetera, et cetera.
So, Brian Fart, thank you so much for being in the show. Food Force Puncture Culture, thank you so much for being in the show. Miss Katrina Moore, if you don't mind, if you're not talking, you want to kill that speaker, that'd be awesome for me. Appreciate it. But go ahead, Mr. 5th. Go ahead. Tell me some more. Let's go ahead and get her in, and let's get her takes on how she feels about distribution and promotion.
Right, and I'll kind of close it off real quick, and I'll let Katrina. She'll put her spin in because she works with a litany of DJs that's under her as well. And I'm just one person, but I'm one person that's connected to one person that's connected to thousands of DJs, not only on my wing through Vertigo, but also with Katrina's wing. She'll mention and she'll kind of give you an update on the DJ Coalition, who she affiliated with. I'm also affiliated with Nerve DJs, Coast to Coast DJs. So there are different affiliations of DJs where we can go out and touch other DJs when it comes to any type of extended promotion outside of us on an individual basis. All right. So that being said, if an artist wants to expand and kind of get out of that closure, kind of get out of that box, and I know it's budget based, but what we do really doesn't cost as much as what the labels are spending. The labels will drop $100,000, $200,000, easily. We work really with the artists on a ground level roots, saying at a low cost ratio, where an artist can actually not only kind of get some movement with us, but they'd also can kind of gain some success. And I think Katrina will kind of go into that with a particular artist that we work with over the past 5 or 6 months, who's actually being looked at or actually has been reached out from a major label doing the iStream and the online digital process. So it does work. It's very effective. It's low cost. Now, to mention that, there are also ways that we also reach out to artists if we feel that that artist may have what it takes, along with some of the promotion that they're already doing.
I'm sorry. I don't want you to spill all the guts right now. I want you to hold some of that in. You just be going on a roll. You be rolling, rocking, and rolling. I want you to hold some of that substance in for me, please.
Okay.
All right. Miss Katrina Moore, please tell us. I would love to know, what is the difference between promotion and distribution for you? Can you please break it down for the artist that doesn't get that and doesn't understand? And me and Mr. 5th will mute our microphones.
Yes, I will.
Okay, so the difference between streaming and promotion is, okay, so we're working with, I'm just gonna say his name, Cobra. Cobra got an album, a single, and so he just decided to go to CD Baby. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go to CD Baby and I'm gonna put this song out there. Okay, so he put it out on CD Baby. Okay, then he tell his friends, he tell a friend, or he might tell Mr. 5th, I just got a single on CD Baby. Okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's sitting there. It's sitting on CD Baby. It's sitting on Tidal. It's sitting on Spotify, and it's not moving, not doing no numbers and nothing, because it's sitting there. Because guess what? He didn't put a promotion or marketing budget behind there. You know what I'm saying? So if you come to iStream Record, we're set up and put that marketing budget behind you. You know what I'm saying? Not only that you get distributed to 120 websites, you know what I'm saying? We also put marketing and promotion behind it. So now we place you on different blog sites. So that's where, no matter where you are across the world, you go to that website, you see a blog. Who is Mr. 5th? Who is Cobra? Click on the link, boom, it takes you to your Spotify page, whatever link you want to put in, your SoundCloud plays. You know what I'm saying? We're promoting that link. Yo, check out this artist. Go check out this. You got to constantly promote and streaming and promotion What you put in is what you get out. So if you put in 5%, 10%, you would get 5%, 10%. If you put in 150, you will see 150 result. Most artists don't do the promotion. They think I'm hot. Everybody know me. I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but your number's not going because you're not putting motion. You think because you post a flyer, the CD cover on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, that people are going to be like, oh, let me go check it out. No. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I wasn't online yesterday. So I didn't see it yesterday. I'm online today because I'm sick. So I wasn't online today, but tomorrow I may be online. So if you posted yesterday and I ain't going online yesterday, guess what? I'm not going to click on it. But if you constantly post it, and I tell my artists, you got to post 4 times a day. This say what time? 6 a.m., 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock at nighttime. If you up at midnight, because those are the prime time people's up. When you get to work, you settle at work at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, what you do? You check your Facebook, Instagram, Facebook between 8 and 9 o'clock. Lunchtime, 11 and 12, what you doing? You at lunch, you ain't doing nothing, but you on your phone, 11 and 12, 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? 3 o'clock, you either getting off or your boss done left for the day, so now you're chilling all day on your Facebook and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So if you posting around those time zones, then somebody gonna click on it. Somebody gonna vent. Don't think like I'm promoting too much, I'm promoting too much, I'm flooding my timeline. I don't care, you can get sick of me. All you're gonna see is my flyers, my promotions every single day, because I'm gonna catch that one person who missed it yesterday or who wasn't on yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So there is a difference between streaming and promoting. Once you post it on those streaming sites, you need to promote those links. And you don't got to promote all the links, but you need to promote the major links, especially the ones that are paying royalty. SoundCloud, Tidal, Spotify. You know what I'm saying? There's another one called Deezer, Deezer. You know what I'm saying? It's certain sites that matter of fact, I got the list right here. Let me I got the list right here. Hold on.
Oh man,
I'm gonna go in debt. I go in debt.
Ladies and gentlemen,
okay.
Got your ears peeled. This is where you can go to get some of your I'm telling these ladies and gentlemen, they can go get their sites put on this. Go to these distribution sites. It's where you can go put your music. Go ahead, tell us the list. I'm sorry. Okay,
Napster, Tidal, Apple Music, Google Play, Deezer, Spotify, Pandora, and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Those are streaming sites that you can go to the post. We also have other streaming sites throughout distribution that's overseas in Germany, that's in China, UK, and whatever. So the difference between these sites and the sites in the US is the streaming costs. You know what I'm saying? It's the streaming costs and what they're paying for royalties. You know what I'm saying? And in the US, they're paying like 0.00043 cents. You know what I'm saying? In the US. But in Germany, they're paying almost 74 cents per stream. So guess what? I would focus on finding DJs overseas in Germany, DJs in China, and over there overseas, because they're paying more. And as the DJ, how can I get my music played in this site? And there's a difference between, even when doing radio promotion, you have radio, then you have streaming radio, and then you have a BDS radio, and you have media-based radio. So the difference between radio is Mr.5th decided, you know what, I'm going to have my own radio station. So all he do is set up a little broadcast in his living room, you know what I'm saying, and he's playing artist music. Where Mr.5th don't know that he can lose everything, because if I was cruddy, I call Ask FC, say like, yo, Mr.5th playing music over there, and he don't got a streaming license. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, look at that. Look at that, you got it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to actually speak on this. There are rules to the game. Now you can get through some ways, you can get through, but you can get taken down too. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No problem, right. So as an artist, so you want to get taken, you need to ask these questions. Do you have a streaming license? You know what I'm saying? Because if they got a streaming license, that means they're paying some kind of, you get your streaming. You get the streaming money, meaning 0.0043%. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't have a streaming license, they mean they're playing music for free. It's just promo. You know what I'm saying? If they BDS, you're getting dollar amount. If they media based, you're getting dollar amount. You know what I'm saying? So those are questions to ask the radio station that say, you know, come to my station, let me play your music. Are you a licensed streaming station? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, any promo for any artist is good promo. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to know if they're streaming, BDS, if the media base or they're just a regular station is playing stream your music, because that's still promo. Ain't nothing wrong with promo, because guess what? That's one person that heard your music today that didn't hear it yesterday. So it's still good promo. It's just that you ain't getting paid for it.
More to come. Thank you so much for coming in and watching the show. I hope that you're getting this power here. Yeah, Mr.5th, do you want to add in on what Miss Katrina's talking about? Because I mean, this is really juicy, really powerful, and I think it's just moving. And me and Miss Katrina Moore will mute our microphones. You gotta take yourself off mute, Mr.5th. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Miss Katrina, she said it best, especially when it comes down to the radio. So there are a litany of online radio stations. Now everybody knows about FM, but there are a litany of online radio stations, and that's one thing I always ask artists when they say, well, I'm getting spins over here, and I was like, is it streaming, is it BDS, you know what's the breakdown? The problem is, and I'm glad Katrina mentioned that, is a lot of artists do not know. They just figure I'm getting spins on an online station. And another thing dated back to that is a lot of artists don't even have their music encoded. I mean, we just dealt, me and Katrina just dealt with an artist here within the past 48 hours that did not have his music encoded, nor copyright written, or was even signed up with a publishing company. You know what I mean? So you have a lot of people out here, artists, that, they say that they're artists, and they may be in their mindset. But to be an artist, you have to have your business concepts and your business preparations all the way laid out, all the way through. So if you're going to put a record out, the record needs to be not only yours, it can't have any samples, anything like that, where it could be tagged or flagged, anything like that, like a mixtape track or industry track. It also has to be encoded. It also has to be copywritten. You know what I mean? It has to have the full legal ramifications of that artist, so that artist can move forward. So then when you go to a point where you want to kind of get that product out to, we're talking about radio stations or streaming sites like that, you don't have the bounce back, because there's sometimes there's stations that you can put it on, and if you don't take care of that process, and let's say that record's not cleared, you're going to get a bounce back, or it's going to get rejected. You know what I mean? And then you can end up, if the record could take off, and you can get sued, like Pharrell, you know what I'm saying, with Blurred Lines. You know what I mean? The song was a major hit, but they took the piece from Marvin Gaye. They denied it, but they lost. I think it was a $7 million lawsuit. Don't quote me on the numbers, but I know it was a 7-figure lawsuit, and I think it was somewhere around 7 million. So an artist can have a good record, use the sample, have all the other stuff, set up, put the record out, go from stardom and all the way back down, because they did not go through the proper procedures on making sure the record was clear, making sure it was original. You know what I'm saying? And then
I want to actually get in depth with this a little bit. I want to a little bit talk about actually going in and getting the record legit. Within what you and Katrina Moore might have dealt with before, and Miss Katrina Moore interjected any time. What steps should they really go through first? Say I got a whole lot of music, and how should I go about gaining the rights to my music? Let's say, should I go get one at a time? Should I grab them all at the same time? What should I do if I've got a whole bunch of music but I don't own it? How should I go about this?
Well, what do you mean by you don't own it?
Like,
are you talking about beats?
I haven't
samples.
I haven't gone through ASCAP or BMI or any of that. I don't know anything. All I've done is really just wrote some music and thought I could put it out. Okay,
so now you got a whole lot of music, you know what I'm saying, in the studio, just sitting around. The first thing I would do is I would sign up with a PRO. A PRO is a performance right organization, and so they're the ones that basically like not copyright, because they don't copyright, you gotta do the copyright, but they don't want to say that you own the rights to that music. Basically, you own the rights. So with BMI is free, you know what I'm saying, which is, if you don't have no money, I'll say use BMI, but I would prefer to use ASCAP, and ASCAP is $50. Only the reason why, because ASCAP is you have to submit a track to them, the track. BMI, all you got to do is submit the title. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? And so C-Sec is the best, to be truthful. C-Sec is the best, but C-Sec normally do R&B, hip-hop poppers, and it's only by invite. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not like popping like these main artists that's out now on the radio, then they're not gonna look at you as a regular just trying to come in. That's C-Sec. C-Sec do a lot of events for artists. They support a lot of artists. In Atlanta, do event every Tuesday, once a month on Tuesday. They do an event for all the artists that sign under them. ASCAP is personable too. You can call them on the telephone. You can reach them, and BMI is too. But ASCAP is more personable to me. And really,
sorry, I'm going to interject. Food Force, good night. Thank you, Food Force, for being on. Hey, good night. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, so they're more personal. Both. So I would choose. But if you don't have money and you don't have no money, BMI. You know what I'm saying? Definitely BMI. Go to BMI, upload all your music by the title, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Then once you do that, the next step would be okay, then upload all my music to BMI, ASCAP, C-Sec. The next step for you would be going to SoundExchange and registering your stuff at SoundExchange. SoundExchange pay royalties. That's how you get to track your money, where your money coming from, how you get money, if you get paid, anything. So then you go to SoundExchange, set up account with them. Easy as ABC, like for an application. Then once you do that, you wait 14 to 30 days before they process the application. Then they send you an email. Then you call them. You actually set up an account with them, and then with them, they'll be able to track your royalties and your money. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. But I also got another company that I work closely with. That if you've been online streaming, say that you got your music online, it's been streamed for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And you in the music that's streaming for 3 years are signed under BMI ASCAP C-Sec. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't getting no money. You like, I ain't getting no money. 9 out of 10 because your music's not coded. You know what I'm saying? It can't be tracked and placed like that. But the company that I know and I work with, they'll go after your streaming. So they'll give you an advancement on your streaming. So if you've been streaming for 3 years and you're on the music that's been streamed for 3 years, it has been registered properly, then they'll give you a loan. So it's like, you know what? You got about $3,000 out there floating around. We'll give you a loan for $2,500. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to recruit the money from you and take back what we gave you and keep the $500 for the finder's fee. For looking for your
ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you what, you don't get it any other way. You don't get the juice like this, man. You ain't seen, you ain't heard of, you don't know. You are getting the juice from Miss Katrina Moore on her iStream Music Records. Hey, go ahead, keep on going. I'm just loving it.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, so that's basically it. So like when we say we for the artist, we actually for the artist. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people take the artist money. Most distribution companies that you deal with and you work with, they take your money and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You won't see them. We actually give you a printout of all the sites that you listed on. So all the sites that you're listed on, we'll give you a list of all the sites, and it tells you the date that your music will be put on these sites. Now you might not understand it because it's in Chinese, but if you go to the website and you punch in your name, you'll see your cover come up. You might not understand what they're saying, but you know your cover, your music cover. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, that's what we do. And people ask me like, what's the difference between iStream record and CD Baby and TuneCore? There's no difference. The only difference for us today is we give you the support of a label. Once you put your money, once you put your track on TuneCore, that's it. You can't call them and ask them questions. You can't email them and say, well, how do I check my money? What do I do next? They're not going to tell you go to SoundExchange. Why? Because you still already know that you need to go to SoundExchange. You already know you should be registered. You already know your music should be coded. Even if your music's not coded, if it's not even registered with BMI ASCAP C-Sec, they don't give an F. As long as you put your money out there, them take their cut out of it, and that's it. That's it.
That's it.
They're not giving what we give you. We give you the fundamental that what you should know that you don't know.
Woo! She's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. She's on fire. I hope you all got that in. Mr.5th, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Even to add to that, she mentioned the word recoup. I don't even think a lot of artists even understand what that means. So recoup in days before the streaming and all that came out is when they were records and CDs, anytime a record company put any type of budget or any type of figures behind you, all right, in order for you to start seeing any type of royalties, they have to recoup what they put in on you already. So if they drop $300,000 on you, then you're not going to see any type of royalties, anything, until they've recouped that money. So nowadays it's a little bit different with the streaming process, but there's still a recruitment process. Now the problem is, like Katrina said, there's artists out here that's putting music all over the place, having registered with SoundScan, hasn't got their music digitally tracked, hasn't registered, and the company that she mentioned, or the people that she mentioned that can go track it for you, these artists are clueless. You know what I mean? I think I talked to 2 artists last week that I think me and Katrina talked to an artist up in Pittsburgh, and he had been on his on a distribution deal and never seen a penny from his royalties, and he had a distribution deal. That's because he did not properly register his music. You know what I mean? It's not registered so it can be tracked, so he can know how much money he's actually got out there. And we're certain he's got money out there. You know what I mean? But if you don't go through those steps, if you don't go through that process, because first of all, what are you in the music business for? You're in it to make money. All right. So if you're going to make money, then you got to go through these proper procedures so the money can come back to you. If you don't, you just wasting your time and just all that. And I think we talked about it last week, is a lot of people are getting glorified because I got distribution. I got me a distribution deal. I got a distribution deal. Well, a lot of them got distribution deals. They got money just sitting out there, just floating around in la la land, and they don't even know how to get the money.
Sorry to interject. Batter just came in and said, "Hey, what's up? Good to you all." Good. He said, "Hey,
how you doing?" So there's a litany of things that can go on, but I think what Katrina said it real solid. You have to have those things in place. You have to have those tools in place. Now, of course, over here at iStream and what she does, there's a support system that you get. And I think we talked about that before. So we actually brought her on here to say, hey, when you sign up with iStream, you get the first 30 days, of course, support of a distribution company that you don't get nowhere else, nowhere.
Right, once your money. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're actually, Mr.5th is taking us to the next half. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be discussing the perks, the things that they actually do, how in depth they actually go for the artists, how in depth they'll go for someone that's looking to go that next and above and beyond mile. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the description, you go to the description box, their links are inside there. If you got a friend that's looking to say, hey, look, they want to make it in the music, if you got someone that you know that's in the music, any of that, send them this direction. Mr.5th, take us into the second half again, please. I'm sorry.
Okay. So now we're talking about your product. Let's say for iStream, for example, iStream, we're going to put you along with Katrina, obviously. You're going to put you on 120 sites. That's streaming and sites where your product can be downloaded. All right. So now you're like, okay, what do I do now? Is my music copywritten? I don't know what copyrights is. I don't know what the code is. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll take care of that for you. We'll actually do that for you. TuneCore and those other sites, they won't do that. If you just got something to put up, they just put it on up because they don't care. So you're going to get that 30-day consultation to make sure everything's set up so you can be paid. All right. Then, as you know what I'm saying, as things start to evolve, your numbers start to evolve, because with us, any artist that we promote, we strive for success. We try to make sure that they not only they fit a profit margin, but also they actually see levels to their project gradually going up. And I'm not talking about it just, I only got 200 hits on Spotify. The people don't like my music. No, we actually work your project through websites, through blog channels, through street promotions, through all those things, all the tools that we have to kind of make sure that artists get out there. Now, on my side, once I start seeing those numbers start to elevate, You know, obviously I reach out to Katrina and I reach out to some other people that's in the music field and say, hey, you know, this person's over here like 2 million, 3 million on Spotify. They 700,000 over here on Tidal. They're doing crazy numbers in Germany, Ukraine, China. Maybe if a label hasn't approached them, me and Katrina would say, hey, we're looking at your numbers over here. Nobody ain't approached you on a deal. Maybe we might have something that you may want if you want to go to that level with the record company. If not, you can stay right here with iStream and we can keep staying, you know, independent, which we stress on independency anyway. All right. So when you get to that point, you start to make these noise and you're hitting your shows. Now you're getting paid shows now. Now you get paid shows. You're working with myself and Katrina still on street promotion. You're working with a litany of DJs. Now you got a buzz, and now you're going semi-regional, and you're in like 4 or 5 states. You're in like 15 to 20 cities. You're getting paid for walkthroughs and all this. Now you're expanding yourself. You can take your money and you can use it to rap vans. You know, if you want to. One thing I want to say this music business, once you start being successful, is really just a catalyst for you not to stay in the music business, for you to do other things. So there's a lot of artists that's successful in the music business. They don't just rap. Like Gucci and them just don't rap. Rick Ross, he just don't rap. He owes a couple chains of restaurants. You know,
facts. You know what? I love it. I love it. Say it again. Say it again, and then let's go in depth about that. Say it again, and let's go in depth, please.
All right. So music, once again, with your music success, once you get to that point, it's just a catalyst for you to get in, and then you take that success and the money that you make, and then you build on it. You build, you get into real estate. You know what I mean? You can get in the movie business. You know what I mean? There's a litany of other things that you can get involved in where it's just not music. So the name of the game is you want to make money in multiple ways. So I did use the example of Rick Ross. I think T.I., he does a litany of things too. So Rick Ross, he has the restaurant chain. He has Wingstop. He's in the Checkers. He's expanding. You know, he's growing his franchise all over. So he doesn't have to sit back and say, oh, man, I got to drop this project. I got to do this. So now what he's done, he has a record label. He has Meek Mills. He has a new artist down here in Florida for Gotta Blow. I think he's starting to pick up momentum. I think he has a couple more artists. I don't really have his whole sheet. So now he's a company within a company within a company within a company within a brand of chain of companies that he's running. So now he went from a one-man businessman into a business company to make possibly 5 to 6. We know there's at least 3 to 4 that we know of publicly, but there's a lot more that he's involved in. So now you got your money working for you in stocks. He might be doing real estate. I know Rollo is in real estate. So what a lot of people don't realize, Rollo is very successful. But Rollo he was already owning property before he even had his spark. He already owned property. You know what I mean? He was already buying houses. I think he mentioned something that, and I don't know this in detail, but he put on Instagram, I think he's about to buy. He said, I'm gonna buy a whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? So you got your money working for you in multiple ways. So you're not just an artist. Now you are a businessman or a businesswoman. Now it's really business. Now you're a business person. You're not just in the music business. You're just in business, and I do music also. You know what I mean? So those are the levels that you want to get. Even if you're not major, you can still be doing other things. So I'm an artist. Yeah, I'm a DJ, but also I have a construction company over here, or I have a photo company over here, or I have a printing company over here. But I'm still an artist, and you're making money in multiple ways. They expand your growth into your success, into your empire. So regardless of what you do and who you are, the name of the game is work for yourself, build within yourself, build your empire, expand your brand, and make sure your networking business connectivity is going to benefit you all the way around, all the way across the globe, so you can expand and do more of the things. So what I always consider myself is I'm a networker of a networker. I'm a supporter of a network of networkers. I'm a businessman of other businessmen and women of business. So if it's about business, I'm with that business, especially if it involves me, or if it's something I draw interest. Even if I don't draw interest, it's business, and business is business. So I think a lot of artists need to kind of look into that spectacle. I mean, a lot of people work regular jobs, you know. I don't work a regular job, you know, I haven't in a while. I think me and Montez, I've talked to you on that. Katrina, she doesn't work a regular job. This is what we do. This is the core of what we do. I spend on average of 3 to 4 hours a day street promoting. You know what I mean? I consider myself a brand correspondent for various different companies, iStream, AUMA Radio, Vertigo Music Distribution. I got about 4 or 5 other ones. The list goes on. So I consider myself a correspondent that I'm also connected with those companies for as far as a correspondent level, business-wise too. So I partake in some form of business with every company that I correspond with. So it's not just street promotion, it's also a business correspondent relationship. You know what I mean? And that's how I build my brand. That's how I meet more people. That's how I connect. So that's why it's easier for me if I'm going to do any type of promotion for an artist. I have a big range of people across the board that I can reach out to, whether they're into music or not, because no matter how you look at it, promotion is promotion. If that person don't know what it is and I bring it to their attention, that's another person that did not know what it was from the next day. And that's something that Katrina elaborated on from a digital or website standpoint. I actually do it from a face-to-face standpoint. And that's from, you know, from one block to the next, from one business to the next, from one city to the next. It doesn't really matter. Wherever area or whatever radius that I'm working, whatever goes with me and whatever business that's endowed with me, whether it's you know, iStream or whatever, or an artist that I'm promoting, that goes with me. If we're doing business, wherever I go, that's where the business go. So I don't not only promote myself, Mr.5th the DJ, I promote iStream Records, I promote Vertigo Music Distribution, I promote 5th Record Group. You know what I mean? I promote a litany of things. I'm also a DJ. You know what I mean? I promote my street promoting company. You know, I promote all these things. You know, it all comes out of my mouth because you never know who's going to need those services or who's going to buy into that. So your mouth is your most powerful weapon. You know, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. I was always told. So the more you have under this hat, under your umbrella, the better you're going to be able to achieve, the better you're going to bring more of a business spectacle into your livelihood, into your life, and more instead of that, it's going to become a cornerstone of you, and you'll get out of working for somebody, making somebody else's dreams fantastic, and you start focusing on your own. And it all starts from music, and it all can start from music, but if there's a catalyst across the board, and you have to kind of work all those things together, you know, because you can be an artist and you can be on a construction job, and it could be 500 people at that construction job. You can be real close with about 30 of them. Say, hey, man, what you guys doing tonight, man? I'm having an event. I'm looking for these people to come support me. You guys come support me. Guess what? You work with them. Hey, why not? You got 30 people that's going to come to you, you know, support you at your gig, that work with you at your job. And guess what? They're going to like you. And that 30 can easily turn to 100. That 100 can turn into 200 or whatever, because it's how you treat people and how you present yourself and how you plateau yourself as a business individual, not only an artist, but as a business individual intellectually, moving everything across the board.
Pow, 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 pow. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got in depth with what it is that Mr.5th has to bring to this table. Ms. Katrina Moore, I want you to do the same thing. Go in depth about what it is that you got to put on this table for people that are looking to go to that next level, please.
Well, basically, all I can say is basically, I mean, we do different, like we have different projects we got going on now that if you're an unsigned artist, you know what I'm saying, we give you a sample of what we can do. Okay, we have every month for this year, 2018, we're producing a compilation CD. So we taking various artists and put them on a compilation CD and distribute them, market and promote it. They one hot single, you know what I'm saying? And we don't charge them nothing. There's no fee to be a part of our compilation CD. If you got some hot music, if you hot and you got what it takes, and I like it, we like it as a team and think that, you know, that song need to be out there, then we'll push it. You know what I'm saying? We'll push it and we'll show you we can do with your one track off the free. You you know what I'm saying, then that way you be like, you know what, they're about their services. You know what I'm saying? Anything that we say that we can do, we do. We give you an agreement of what we say we're going to cover and what we're going to do. We give you a timeline of what has to be done and what it should be done like. We're not trying to take your money, you know, and just like, oh, take your money, just go. No, we're giving you a service that you need, you know what I'm saying? And we're going beyond of what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you as an artist supposed to know. If you're an artist, you should know your job. My job is not to tell you how to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know. They don't know the fundamental of artistry. They don't know that you got to have professional pictures. They don't know that you got to be consistent with your branding on internet. If your name is iStream Record on Instagram or Twitter, it can't be iStream 101. It can't be iStream ATL on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about being consistent with branding across the board. And a lot of artists don't know that. So not only that we tell you how to be consistent, we tell you what sites that you need to be focused on, the sites that pays streaming. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need to worry about, paying for straight to pay streaming. Don't do no mixtape. I hate when I say, I'll drop a mixtape. For what? That's wasted material, wasted vocals on somebody else's beat that you can't get paid off. While if I drop a mixtape, if I drop my own single today, I don't care if I get 1,000 people who don't like me and they click on that link, guess what? It's considered a stream. What? 1.5 seconds considered a stream. So I'm getting paid off that because you like, oh, she sound horrible. It's too late now. You done clicked on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather you click on a link and from now 2018 and then 2040, when that same damn link is on there, that same song that you don't like, and I got almost 1 million views by then, do the math. You know what I'm saying? Then you put a mixtape up, they got 1 million views, and it going to that artist who created that beat. Like, come on now, be smart about it. Be smart. Get away from mixtape. Get away from doing mixtape.
Right, and I think she said it best. Mixtape has literally destroyed the urban music. I mean, it really did. And some guys glorify that. They try to do what the big artists do. You know, they already have a name. They could drop a mixtape. They're not really concerned.
But they're not dropping a mixtape. That's the point. You don't see no white people. You don't see no other race doing mixtape but black people. Because the label allowed them to do it because the label not put, just like Atlantic Records was out there. Atlantic Records had these artists calling it mixtapes, knowing damn well that they don't want to pay them. They don't want to pay them. You see what I'm saying? So when you call them mixtape, that means you're not getting paid.
Culture vultures, they run everywhere. I like that you all are talking about these culture vultures that are out there. They're going to take from the independent artists. Can you please give us? Can you give us some tips on how to stay away from culture vultures? Because they're everywhere. You know what I mean? How can we tell someone's authentic?
You really can't. It's all about doing your homework. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to do business with iStream Record, the first thing I'll do is like, is it a legit business? Let me go to the Better Business Bureau. Let me look them up in the state of Georgia, see if they're legit. You know what I'm saying? Look them up. You know what I'm saying? That way, if I don't say what I'm going to do, then you can hold me accountable for it. You can call the Better Business Bureau, give me a bad rating. That's it's going to affect me. You know what I'm saying? You being an artist is going to affect me trying to do business with Coca-Cola or a big corporation. Because I took money from a little peon. Nah, you know what I'm saying? So it's very important.
It is. It really, really is. And I think she said it best. Simply just do your homework. You know, and I think that there's a pride thing that comes into play where you start asking artists, you know, the business and be like, oh, I got that, you know, I got that covered, when they really don't have that covered. And what happens is they hit a brick wall down the line because they got burnt by somebody. Because you got a lot of people, like when you say culture vultures, you got a lot of people saying, yeah, I do this. But are they really in the best interest of the artist? You know, are they really going to tell them the things they really, really need to know? And there's probably some people on here like, oh, 5th and Katrina out here just telling it all. Why hold it back? Why it's just like this? Why I wouldn't be who I am. She wouldn't be who she was if we wouldn't tell people the right way for them to be successful. Why would we not want you to be successful? Even if you're not doing business with us, why would we not want you to be successful? Especially we dealing with urban. Now, we already talked about the mixtape part. We already talked about that. They didn't trick this on the mixtape. So when you classify any project as a mixtape, you're not getting paid because you allowed that to happen. And that's why, all these, Dat Piffs and Spinrilla and My Mixtape, they all exist coast to coast. And I'm a part of some of those. They exist because they have been glorified and enhanced by record companies so they don't have to pay the artists. And that term alone, mixtapes, is actually just killed your project. Just killed it. Because I come from back in the day where mixtapes didn't exist. Then all of a sudden here in the 2000s, here we come with this mixtape thing. Okay, I get it. It's more of a leak. But now it just like turned widespread and like everybody's doing it. Go download my mixtape. Why? Just like Katrina mentioned, like why are you wasting time on a mixtape when you could be getting paid? It's just like a big waste of time. And urban music is the only one to do it. Black people, we the only one to do it. We the only one. We're killing ourselves. And we created this hip hop stuff. We created it. And we're killing it because we're not making money. That's why a lot of hip hop artists don't get the deals like the country artists or like the pop artists. You know what I mean? Or even some reggae artists sometimes. They don't get those type of deals. And they won't get those deals because they're already polluting their product before it even gets anywhere. They're giving it away. They're putting it up on all these sites for everybody, for fans to get it for free. Why? There are some mixtape sites. I think it's paying. I don't know if it's Dat Piff or My Mixtapes. One of them started paying streaming royalties, but it's not much. It really is. I think they've created a culture for new and upcoming artists. Hey, put it on this mixtape here, and those same mixtape companies are promoting. Coast to coast, they drive promotion. They have big campaigns every year. For people to come sign up and promote with Coast to Coast. Put your music on Coast to Coast DJs, and we'll leak it. We'll get you signed and all that. I can't recall any artist in the hip hop game getting a deal off Coast to Coast or any of them for real. I can't. I just don't recall any. I have not seen not one. And they promoted heavily to the fullest. In fact, I haven't seen or heard of any online mixtape company ever catapulting any artist getting a deal. I ain't heard it. I've heard people getting deals off YouTube, Spotify, off those numbers and stuff like that. I have not heard not one. And maybe it's something I missed. But I haven't heard anybody spark or get a deal or get signed just because their record is on a streaming site. It could be Nerve DJs or whatever the case may be. I haven't heard an artist get it. Now I've heard you getting support on those mixtape sites, but I ain't heard nobody getting no deals. Or like, oh man, they blowing up over here on Coast to Coast, or they blowing up over here on such getting ready to sign them. Why would they sign them? It's already been declassified. It's a mixtape. It already has no value. It has no value. Understand the business that you're getting into. Eliminate mixtapes completely. Go distribution, go streaming. iStream right here is right here in front of your face. Why not? And then you have a record-breaking DJ right in front of your face that is a correspondent with Vertigo Music DJs. Now, when it comes to the vertical process,
I'd really like to go in depth with this, and I know you're on a roll there, but there's like some kind of like pride or like I know it all, or like let's just be honest, in the rap community it's always like, I've got this, I don't need your help, or I'm too good, my shit don't stink, something like this. Why? And how do we kind of change this momentum? How do we change this feel? I noticed we dropped Miss Katrina. Hopefully she'll be back here in a second. But how do you think we feel?
I think simply by education. I think that right there, and what I talked about, the mixtape process alone, it's like, if you don't believe me, Google it. It's public information. right now Atlantic is in a somewhat of a lawsuit right now because they felt they wasn't paying the proper royalties, and Atlantic came right back and said, well, it's a mixtape. He'd be like, well, it's still my single, but you got mixtape on it. And I think artists, even the ones that's already been doing business, need to do their diligence on finding out what's going on and what should they be doing. You know what I mean? And really understand the legalization. Now, I know you said, now, what should they do? I think if I was an artist right now and I'm listening to me say this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about a couple weeks off. I'm going to take my butt to the library, give me the book on the music industry. All right. Then I'm going to go online. I'm going to diagnose everything I said when it comes to the term mixtape. I'm going to do that research on Atlantic Records and see for myself. Then I'm going to focus on, okay, I need to give me a team of people that know the same thing I just learned. I'm going to separate myself from the culture of just dropping mixtapes. Separate yourself from that culture. It's a poison culture. Then, if I'm doing hip hop, I'm going to split my genre. And we talked about the Fetty Wap and only doing 44,000. Now I'm going to do my hip hop. I'm going to do my underground, but I'm also going to cross over, because by me having different variations on my album, and I'm going to say album, it makes it more presentable. It's easier to market to different genres, different bases, different races, different ethnic groups. So when it is time to, I may be doing well on the urban part, but I'm like, hey, I'm going to take these numbers to the label, say, hey, look, I'm doing good over here. They be like, well, what else do you have? Okay, well, listen, I have this over here for the pop market, the pop dance market. I have this for the Caribbean market. I have this for the island market. I have music for all of these different markets, because you got to think, record companies, they want to make money off of you anyway. You got to give them something to sell. And you, even if you go stay independent, you have to have something to sell. If you only have one genre or one particular base of music, you're only selling to one person. And if it's urban, they don't buy music anyway. So you just cut your throat. You're killing yourself right at the neck. You know what I mean? You're not going to go anywhere because you're wasting all this time and you declassified your music as a mixtape. And you're only making your music for one group of people that like this product. That's it. Just kill yourself.
I'm like, man, you touched on so many keys there. It's like, excuse me, limiting yourself. And that's what a lot of people do anyway. They cut their nose off right before they get inside the door anyway. And it's just because of not being educated. And I think that whenever we can sit down and we have panels and we have discussions like these, I think that being able to get this articulated out to these people and share this out into the Facebook groups, this really helps people excel to that next level. I don't want to cut things short here, but we're going on about an hour here, and
okay,
it makes it easier to break it down into segments like such. Is there anything that you might want to take us out on, like any kind of thoughts or any kind of things that you want people to leave with if they've watched this live stream? One thing you want them to leave with for this live stream?
Well, yeah, I'm not only iStream, but I'm gonna end it with Vertigo as well. When we were talking about the mixtapes, what I think the biggest thing, what we do at Vertigo. Vertigo, what they do is, or what we do at Vertigo is we actually solicit your music to DJs worldwide. And it's not a mixtape. It might be just your lead single. You heard what we do with iStream. Okay, iStream, we take that particular single or that particular mixtape or that particular album. We take the top three. If it's not a mixtape, I'm sorry. If it's an EP or an album, we take the top three and we promote those worldwide. The difference between that and Vertigo, we take that particular record and we send it out to get a test feedback from all the DJs. And we also have record labels that's also on there. We have investors also on there as well. And what happens is, and I think I talked about this before, you get a bounce back not only on that particular artist page off to the right, you get information indicating how that DJ feels about that record, what he'll do with that record. The other thing to that is that artist gets a bounce back email from that particular DJ or whoever that individual is every time they comment and download that record. All right. So those are good platforms to use when it comes to soliciting your music. Get it to the DJs. You know, don't use the mixtape platform. You know, Vertigo has a very outstanding platform of getting your music out to DJs, and we do big major mixers every year. We got one coming up on the 19th in Dallas, and we have a mixer / showcase in Austin, the South by Southwest, on March the 17th. So that being said, I want artists to take time out, understand the business, eliminate mixtapes. And some you may disagree with me, but it's going to hurt you in the long run. You don't get paid off mixtapes. Waste of time. Stop using other people's production. Waste of time. You can put it up on the streaming site. You will not get paid for that. Be original. All right? Understand the business. Once again, topic. Budget. Find one. Get one. Analyze a budget. See how much money it's going to take to help you break and start making some noise. Get an investor. Get other people to believe into what you're doing. The more you know about what you're doing, the more people are going to believe in you. Especially when you can prove it in writing or you can show it to them. You do that, be a good person, be a model citizen, make good music, get you a producer. Some people go sound clicks and all that. Find your producer, pay your producer, just get a producer. And we'll talk about that down the line. You know, stop, not having relationships with producers. This business is all about having relationships. That's why you see Gucci and Future and T.I. and all these guys dealing with Metro Booming and Zaytoven and all these other producers, because they have that relationship. And the more you work back and forth with that relationship, the better off you will be. So find your producer that gives you good quality sound that fits you, put the product out, recognize the producer for who he is, just like you, the artist, because it's a two-way street. You're going to want that producer to help promote your product. Well, you got to get that producer the same type of recognition. It's a two-way street, no matter how you look at it. And I feel there's a lot of selfish artists out here that's thinking about me, me, me. No, you not only the person that owns that product, that producer owns it as well. So make sure you give the producer their props, just like you hear Metro Boomin, Sony Digital, and all those. Those artists give those producers their credit because they have a career to live for too. All right. And that's another person that's going to promote for you too because you and him work together. All right. So I'm not going to say no more. I probably jumped on some topics that we're going to talk about here in the future. I know Katrina jumped off. She probably has some things to do, plus she's sick. I am Mr.5th the Dj. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube also, Mr.5th the Dj. That's the MR5, the number 5, TH the DJ. And that's Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram.
And I wanted to tell everyone that's inside the show, Bada just now became a mod. More to come. She just now became a mod. And also the White Tupac, he tuned in at the last moment. I want to tell you all, thank you all so much for being on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr.5th. That's with iStream Records, Katrina Moore. I hope that you all got down deep with us, in depth with us on this episode. Hey, Mr.5th, when we're going to have the next one?
Today's Thursday. Probably Sunday might be good. Sunday, probably 5 o'clock Sunday. It'll be good. I'm still down here in the Central Florida area. So I think Sunday at 5 o'clock probably be good. And we can kind of take a spin off of this and probably elaborate a little bit more as far as
yeah, sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, and so we're gonna try to shoot for Sunday at 5 o'clock. We'll have another live. Again, I really do appreciate you all tuning in, everyone having a conversation in the chat box, everyone being inside the conversation. It really means a lot to us. It really means a lot. If you have any questions and maybe you didn't get to asking them in the show, leave them in the comment box because they're going to mean a lot as well. I always edit it down, so you're going to see another version of this popping up. Mr.5th, thank you so much for being on today with me and you know, going in depth about this and telling the people what it is that you offer and going again into the difference between promotion and distribution. I really appreciate it.
Right. And I guess Sunday, I kind of get into some of the events that's coming up. I know there's March 3rd up in Louisville. We're doing a split promotion with the team. There's the Splash down here in Clearwater, Florida. There's South by Southwest Vertigo in Austin. We also have a major DJ mixer that encompasses artists and everybody that's going to be in Dallas on March the 19th. Those are some of the things right off head. I'm doing flash promotion right now for artists to come perform in Tampa or Clearwater right now on Monday nights, Sunday nights, Saturday nights, and Thursday nights. So if you're artists, if you're trying to come down and you're trying to get some flash performance, I do have that platform set up for you. I am doing street promotions also for artists, but we'll get a little bit more in detail on that because there's some preparation artists needs to be aware of and needs to make sure they have everything together before they start coming this direction.
And again, also too, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to tell you all. This is going to be pretty cool because virtual music TV is going to be coming soon. I'm looking forward to that. So a lot of the stuff that I've been filming, a lot of the music acts that you've been seeing me drop out on the channel, it's actually going to now be hosted on a whole separate channel. It's going to be called Virtual Music TV. So I'm really stoked about it. I think it should be coming soon, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. That's just going to be. That I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, artists that you're listening, you're gonna see a big transformation in Montez. It's gonna be huge. So I mean, we like to evolve. So yeah. And you as artists, we also want you to evolve as well. That's why we give you all this information. That's why we tell you don't do mixtapes, do streaming. Get at us with the streaming and the street promotion and digital promotion. You know, you'll be surprised the difference that it will make because mixtapes does not do anything for you. I know a lot of people are gonna say, he crazy. No, if you're trying to get paid, you're trying to be successful, stop the mixtapes, stop the industry beats, go online, understand what you're getting into, understand what mixtapes do and how you do not get paid for mixtapes when it comes to a record company.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here first on itsmontez.com. My name is Montez McCamish, and this channel, you're going to get all the information that you need to take you in your business, your music, your career, your author, your writing, blogging, internet, website, whatever it is. It's going to take you to the next level because I'm going to make sure that you're going to get this information on my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, again, my name is Montez McCamish from itsmontez.com. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share because if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to keep up. It's Montez McCamish from itsmontez.com. Peace.